Today on Trisha, Dwayne and Christina have a torrid history.
She left me when she was 4 months pregnant.
Did you find out that they were a couple?
The day before she left me.
6 years later, they're married with 3 children.
All I was when I don't trust her. See what she did.
Because you don't trust yourself. Grow up. Be a man.
What happened about this condom in the alleyway?
I was 9 months pregnant. I don't know why there's a used condom in the hallway.
Dwayne won't let go of the past.
She let another man cut my baby's umbilical cord.
But are his accusations just cover for his own cheating? Explain to me, you in bed, the girl asleep on the bed? 2 girls.
I didn't even sleep with her that day. When she
Not
left
that day. This daughter has been denied by her father for 2 decades.
No real man would speak to their daughter like that.
I don't want to know she's really my daughter.
I don't want to speak to a woman like that.
And it gets worse. Put on Facebook about your
My
mom.
mom's a whore and a tramp. She's a wonderful woman. She's stuck by my side. I'm like you.
Some questions will be answered, and some answers will leave people with even more questions.
You've never done anything.
I've talked to you for how many years?
You don't even come visit me, nothing. Why do I have to do everything? I'm not the adult.
Do I?
Will you just swallow your pride and say you were wrong?
It's all today on Trisha. I want everyone to meet Christina. Now, sitting with Christina is her mother, Carol. Christina is madly in love with her husband, Dwayne, and they have 3 beautiful children together. But apparently he does not feel the same way. 3 weeks ago, he kicked Christina out of their home. You see, Christina admits she briefly left Dwayne for another man years ago, and she says Dwayne never got over it. He's been accusing her of lying and cheating ever since. Well, now Christina says his accusations have spiraled out of control. Watch this.
My wife is a cheater. She left me when she was 4 months pregnant for another guy and started her own family with him. She let another man cut my baby's umbilical cord. Once a cheater, always a cheater. And I know she slept with my family member. I got witnesses that said that they seen them together. I know she got dudes coming into my house, sleeping with them while I'm at work. I found a used condom in my house. We don't even use condoms. I can never trust her. I can't see it happening. It's not what I want, it's just what she became. She may be the mother of my 3 kids, but she don't act like my wife.
So, Christina, let's get this into perspective. How long ago did all of this happen, that you left Dwayne for another guy? How long?
6 years ago.
6 years ago. And since then, what's life been like?
It's horrible. Ever since we got back together, he's always accusing me of cheating on him.
And what about going to work? Have you got a job?
I had a job. When I was going to work, he accused me of sleeping with my coworkers. He came to my job screaming and yelling at my managers and my coworkers, and I just quit before I got fired.
So, have you cheated on him since then?
No.
But he doesn't believe you?
No. I don't go anywhere.
And Carol, what's it like seeing your daughter go through this?
I don't like it. No. I didn't put her on this earth to be treated like garbage, intimidated. You know, this is my child. This ain't you to just step on. This ain't you to sit there and say, oh, you mine, you know. No, this is my child. Don't do that.
Okay, what does he call you?
He calls me bitches, hoes, sluts. If he's not accusing me of cheating on him, he was asking me to marry him. We got married 6 months ago. You've been accusing me of cheating on you for the last 6 years.
So he married you even though he thinks you're
accused me of cheating on him, right. If he's not asking me to marry him, he's telling me I'm cheating on him. Like, it's like, one day I'm cheating, one day will you marry me? One day I'm cheating, one day will you marry me?
That must mess with your head. You got kicked out of home 3 weeks ago. What happened?
We were arguing, and he kept telling me I was cheating on him, and I was just tired of him. Like, but you got text messages in your phone from another girl saying she missed you, so how am I cheating on you?
So you started arguing about all of this.
Yeah, and then he was like, and I'm like, well, if I make you so happy, then why am I here? He's like, you ain't got to be here, you could leave.
So where are you living now at the moment?
I moved to my aunt's house.
Not even in the same area. He in the city, she in the suburbs.
Is he still accusing you, or he can't?
Yeah.
And Carol, do you think that he keeps an eye on her?
24/7.
What if he's not around? Does he get other people to spy on her?
Oh, yes.
Where she stays now is the community, is his family.
They're all keeping an eye on you to make sure that
Well,
you
they
won't
all
stray.
think he's crazy.
Oh, really?
We put it like this, it's a helicopter that keeps revolving.
Those own family thinks
Like,
he's crazy for thinking that you're
They
cheating.
always say she's not doing nothing. She either with you or with the kids. Like, she don't go nowhere.
You know how they
She
have
don't
that
got no
saying,
friends.
when you see, well, if you see Dwayne, you see Christina. If you see Christina, you see Dwayne. They're inseparable. That's how that always was. They're constantly together.
So there's no way that she could cheat anyway. So what happened on the 4th of July?
I asked him, could I go to my friend's house for a couple hours?
You had to ask him?
I asked, could I go to my friend's house? And he said, yeah, you could go for a little bit. And then when I was there, he was like, and we're having
And
fun.
where were the kids? With her?
With me.
Yeah.
So we were all having fun. The kids were playing. We're watching movies, talking. I haven't had like girl talking forever, so we're just talking. And hours went past. And then when he called, he was like, "What y'all doing? Having orgies? Like you locked the kids in a room and y'all just having a good old time, and the kids locked in a room."
So you can't have any friends, I'm guessing.
I don't have any friends.
And what happened about this condom in the alleyway?
It was in the hallway. It's like a common hallway.
In the house.
In the common hallway. It's a 2-flat.
And
So
what
it was
did
in our
he say?
common hallway that we share with our neighbors. And he woke me up and threw it in my face and was like, "Why is it a used condom in the hallway?" I was 9 months pregnant. I don't know why there's a used condom in the hallway.
So at 9 months pregnant, he thinks you're getting with somebody in the hallway?
Yeah.
So what happens about sex life? Is there one?
Not really.
No?
Maybe every once in a while. But if he's not like accusing me of cheating there, he's not home. He either at work or asleep or in the streets.
And let me guess, he says because you're not interested in sex, you must be doing it with somebody
Right,
else.
exactly.
That's the way it usually goes.
Not because I've been at work for 8 hours, come home, clean up the house, cook, and take care of the kids, and now I want to go to sleep because I have to do it all over again in the morning.
Do you love him?
Yes.
Do you want to
More than
be with?
anything
Do
in
you
the
want to
world.
be with him right now?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Despite all of this?
Yeah, I just want us to work it out. I want my kids to have both their parents, but I don't want them to see both their parents arguing every day. I just want him to learn that I'm not cheating on him, so we can actually have a happy home. We get along on everything. That's the only problem that we do have.
I think the cheating should have been left behind. I think he should grow up and realize, is you 24 soon to be 25? Or is you 25 going to be 1? Grow up.
Now, you told me about that text message that he got saying,
yeah.
I miss you. Have
Yeah,
you ever
she's like-
caught him out with another woman?
Yeah, I caught him one day. I was coming home from work. I caught him in bed. He had on his boxers, and there was another girl laying on him.
And what was the excuse for that?
He said he fell asleep, and she must have got in bed with him when he was asleep.
And who's this she? Someone you both know?
I didn't know her, no.
Do you think that he is cheating? Your son-in-law is cheating, Carol? Do you think
Yes.
he's cheating? You do?
Yes.
You think that maybe he's accusing her because he feels guilty
he has a
himself?
guilty
If you
conscience.
point a finger, how many fingers pointing back at you? You
Woo!
tell me.
Okay. Okay, so what do you want to change? You're doing a lie detector test. If it comes back and says that
I'm not cheating. I want him to know that I'm not cheating on you. Like, I love you. We've been together for 6 years.
Yeah,
We
but
have
do you
3
want him to
kids.
change? Is he going to
Yes,
change?
he has to change, or we're not going to be together. You're not going to constantly accuse me of cheating on you when I'm here taking care of your kids, taking care of you.
But the funny thing is, all 3 kids are by one man. She's been with this man since she was 16. Make one mistake, don't hold me to it. May the Lord bless you, but don't hold me to one mistake
I
that
was a
you
little girl.
constantly doing right
I was
now.
17 years old when I left him, and then we got back together. Like, I was a little girl. I'm
So if
24
he
years
can't-
old.
if
I
he-
grew up now.
If he couldn't leave it in the past, why come back to
Right.
you? Why
Why
even
marry
marry you?
you?
All right, well, as you know, both husband and wife agreed to take lie detector tests. So when we come back, we'll hear Dwayne's side of the story, and we'll find out what the lie detector results have to say. Coming up,
Hello, but I don't trust her. See what she did.
Because you
man.
don't trust
Okay,
yourself.
but I did
Grow
5
up. Be a
years
man.
ago.
explain to me, you in bed, the girl asleep on the bed? Two
Nah,
girls.
I didn't even sleep with her that day. When she
Not
left.
that day.
That day.
And later, he's been denying her for 22 years.
Look at what you are!
Really? Really? I look just like you. Look at this. Look at this.
The truth is revealed.
I look just like you. Look at this.
Today on Trisha. Welcome back. Welcome back. We've been talking to Christina, who's here today to put an end to her husband Dwayne's relentless accusations and wild suspicions that she's sleeping with other men behind his back. Now, Christina and her mom Carol say Dwayne is the guilty party in this marriage. In fact, as we heard before, Christina claimed she walked in on him in bed with another woman. Well, Dwayne has been listening backstage, so let's bring him out and hear what he has to say. So, Dwayne, come on out. So, Dwayne, if you think your wife is a hoe and messing around, why marry her 6 months ago?
I want to have a family.
Then why is you gonna treat her like the way you doing there? Why you gonna sit there and call her a hoe? Why you gonna sit there and call her a tramp? If she's everything to you, then. If she's everything to you,
like
then.
one if I sit in the house all day.
You know her better than this.
Yeah, y'all sitting up here stunning in front of America. All of America. Y'all gonna stand in front of all of America and act like she's just so innocent. Look.
Okay, let's go back. Are you thinking once a cheater, always a cheater?
Once a cheater, always a cheater. That's, man, if you show signs and stipulations of cheating, you must be a cheater.
Okay, well, how do I show signs if I sit in the house all day with 3 kids? I go to work, I come home, I cook, I take care of the kids, I chase them around all day.
Man, you just got a job like a couple of weeks ago. Don't act like you can go to work and come home and all that extra stuff, all that, man.
I just had a baby.
Hang on, she couldn't have a job before because you didn't like her working at the car dealership. What was the problem with her working there?
And there was a lot of goofy stuff happening up there.
Like what? Like what?
Constant. Man, it was like a school.
But now, wait a minute, before somebody else got hired there, you guys were doing just fine. But somebody else got hired there.
Dwayne, I'm interested in here. You're saying that when she was working at the car dealership, there were too many guys around talking to her and what have you.
Talking to her. So she never at her desk. I call up. Oh, she in the washroom. She called me back 2 hours later. Oh, I was in the bathroom. Oh, I called you 2 hours ago. That's a dead issue. I don't even need that no more.
So
just every day. Every day. This ain't like 1 time, 2 times,
the condom
3 times.
Condom in the hallway. What was that? Condom in the hallway.
Condom in the hallway. I took off my shoe, grabbed it with my sock. Took off my sock. I grabbed a condom up. Used condom in my hallway.
But she was 9 months pregnant, wasn't she?
Pregnant, getting the best
who else in the
Hey,
house
she was pregnant when she left me last. I don't really want to hear it.
So let's go back to what started this. You two got together when you were teenagers and she left you. How did you feel about that? Did you see it coming?
She got pregnant. I was happy. I'm running around telling everybody in the streets, oh, I'm about to be a father. I'm like, man, it's all good. You know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another job. I'm going to take care of both of y'all. We're going to get this together. You know what I'm saying? In the meanwhile, I'm working these 16 hours.
Yeah.
In the meanwhile, while I'm working these 16 hours, I come home, I got to hear about her day with this dude.
So when did you find out that they were a couple? They were having an affair?
I found out they was a couple the day before she left me.
How long was she with him?
She was with him up until the point where she found out I had a girlfriend, then she wanted to come back.
Why'd you take her back then?
Because I wanted to be a family, man. I love her. That's the only girl I ever fell in love with.
All right, so you got a lot of explanations for what you think happened. So explain to me, you in bed, the girl asleep on the bed? Two girls.
I didn't even sleep with her that day. When she
Not
left
that day.
That day.
Did you sleep with the girl then or before?
After.
Oh, after
I left. For sure.
Where's her text messages?
Okay, at the
Where's
same
her
time.
text messages?
Where's her sex at? Where's her
It don't matter. It don't matter. She's a young 24-year-old mother, 3 kids. Ain't no time for sex.
Working out.
Ain't no time for sex.
Okay. Wait.
Maybe you come home sometimes to help me. I wouldn't be so tired.
So why'd you get
Really
married?
don't help you with the kids?
Hang on, just a minute. Why'd you get married to her? Why did you marry her? If she's
I married her because I wanted to have a family.
Not because you love her?
And if it don't work with her, then it ain't gonna work with nobody.
Well, then I guess
You love her, but you don't trust her.
at all.
I love her, but I don't trust her. See what she did,
Because you
man.
don't trust yourself.
Okay, but I did
Grow up.
5
Be
years
a man.
ago. 5 years ago, really?
You just said 6 years ago. Now it's 5 years ago. Just bring
Okay.
it on. It was 4 years ago.
Okay, look, we've got
Been together all 7 years.
Let's just calm it down for a moment because let's remember there are 3 children at stake here. 3 beautiful kids. So that's why we have our polygraph examiner, Tim Acosta, here to help this couple uncover the truth on both sides. Okay. Now, as usual, I will only be given the questions that were asked of both of you. I can tell Tim what the answers were, and Tim's going to tell us whether you were telling the truth or not. So, let's... So, here are Christina's questions. So, Christina, here's what you were asked. Did the used condom in the hallway come from you having sex with someone? You said no. Tim, what did the lie detector show?
The lie detector determined.
Coming up, have you had sexual contact with anyone other than Dwayne since you got back together with him? Up next, he's been denying her for 22 years.
Look at what you are!
Really? Really? I look just like you. Look at this. Look at this.
The truth is revealed.
I look just like you. Look at this.
Today on Trisha. Okay, this is Toni, and backstage is Toni's daughter, Tori. When Toni discovered she was pregnant with Tori 21 years ago, she claimed she immediately told this man, Jim, that he was the father. His response, go fall down a flight of stairs. 21 years later, their relationship has not improved. Why? Because Toni claims Jim has nearly destroyed her and Tori's life with his mental abuse and stinging denials. Here's a small taste of what Toni and Tori have been dealing with.
After 21 years of all the lies and all the deceit, I am here to find out if Tori is my daughter or not. I know when Tori's mom, Toni, got pregnant, I know she was sleeping with multiple men. But because she doesn't want to look like a whore, she is saying for certain that I am the father. Despite my doubts, I have still tried to be there. But Toni has poisoned her against me, and she has made it impossible for me to have a father-daughter relationship with Tori. Toni has ruined her daughter's life. She cannot trust men, and that's because her mother brainwashed her. Things have gotten so bad, I don't know if this relationship can be repaired if I am the father.
Wow. So, Toni, how do you feel hearing that?
Well, I know he says stuff like that, and it doesn't hurt me, it hurts my daughter.
When you actually had Tori, whose name went on the birth certificate?
The man I was going to marry the following month.
So why did, hang on just a minute, if Jim was the dad, why put this other guy's name on the birth certificate?
Because Jim wanted no part of her life.
He said that?
He told me to have an abortion, fall down the stairs. He wasn't going to raise her.
So did you tell Tori that
No,
Jim was the dad?
I never told Tori because my feeling was if he could say those things to me, that type of person doesn't deserve to be in her life.
Wow. So, and when's the last time you saw Jim?
When Tori was 12, when we drove her to go see him because he wanted to meet her.
You don't know who the father is.
If he is not the father, he can bend over and I will kiss his.
Is he a good dad? That's the bottom line, I guess. What I mean.
He isn't a dad.
Does he say nice things to her? Hang on, let's have a look. We've got some Facebook messages on the screen.
Okay,
let's have a look at these.
This is the type of person who...
So, what have we got here? We've got one. The best part of you, your mother's leg anyway. This is
what...
And he also put, I should have had your mother instead of her. And now I can see why don't want nothing to do with you. These are things that he's saying to his daughter on Facebook. How's that affect her?
Yeah, but he doesn't think it's his daughter. Well, one minute he doesn't, only when it's convenient to him. He could have asked me when she was born, can I have a DNA test? I don't think that kid's mine. He didn't. He's asking now because he doesn't have to pay child support to 21.
Okay, now, as we all know, there are two sides to every story.
Only one side's true.
Well, we've got to hear both sides anyway. Let's hear Jim's side of the story. We need to welcome Jim.
I don't want nothing to do with you.
So, Jim, so take me through. Why do you have doubts?
I have absolute doubts.
Why?
Because she was sleeping around with other men.
Oh my God.
So how did you know that?
She went with one of my friends.
Oh, is this
She's
the guy
already
who's-
had another man
After she was
tested.
pregnant.
True?
Wait. Because Tori was overdue by a month and born dead. That
Yeah, you
would
don't even know that, do you?
That would mean I got pregnant. If she wasn't actually overdue, because doctors can be wrong.
Yeah.
If she wasn't actually overdue, then that would mean I was pregnant in May, not April. So that would only leave one more person it could have been.
You tested him?
We tested him and it was negative. So I'll kiss your ass if it's not positive.
So, Jim.
She ended up marrying my roommate.
Really?
Yes, go what you want.
Really?
Coming up,
Look at what you want.
Really? I look just like you. Look at this. Look at this.
and later.
Can we grow up? Can we be 24 now? Can she be a woman, a wife that you married, that you made promises to? Death do us part.
You are the father. Get off my stage.
The truth is revealed.
I look just like you. Look at this.
Today on Trisha.
After 21 years of all the lies and all the deceit, I am here to find out if Tori is my daughter or not. I know when Tori's mom, Toni, got pregnant, I know she was sleeping with multiple men. But because she doesn't want to look like a whore, she is saying for certain that I am the father. Things have gotten so bad, I don't know if this relationship can be repaired if I am the father.
He told me to have an abortion, fall down the stairs. He wasn't going to raise her.
You don't know who the father is.
No. If he is not the father, he can bend over and I will kiss his.
Do you have doubts?
I have absolute doubts.
Why?
Because she was sleeping around with other men.
Oh my God.
She ended up marrying my roommate. Look at what you are.
Really? I look just like you. Look at this. Look at this.
I'm not dealing.
Okay, Tori, I want to hear. Hello, darling. I want to hear your story. Come on, come and sit down over here. Come and sit down over here. Whoa. Tori, what are you so angry about? What is your?
What am I so angry about is that after, I was 12 years old, he said I was his father. He was my dad. Why now am I not his daughter? Why all of a sudden?
What
Why?
about these Facebook messages? Can
I
we
don't
see
have
those
nothing
again?
to say about that because no real man would speak to their daughter like that.
Why?
How do I know she's really
Hang on.
my daughter?
Yeah, I hear what you said. Okay.
To a woman like that.
Look at you. What are you?
Did you put the best part of you in your
I
mother's
did
leg?
after the things that she said to me on Facebook.
You know
she's
what?
a
I'm your
child.
daughter. I'm young. You're an adult. Act like a man.
Why do you act like a woman? You're 21 years old. You're 21.
Yes, I am.
I'm not all your problem.
I'm not letting you
I'm
walk
not all
all
your
over
problem.
me. I'm not
I don't
letting
wanna
you
hear
walk
it.
all
All
over
your
me.
problems,
Keep
all
talking,
your
Jim. I
life.
don't care what you have to say
So
because you're
then
my
what?
father.
Oh, well,
Let's get these tests done.
Hang
You
on,
know
just
what
a
you
minute.
are? You're kissing my
I
face.
ain't kissing nothing.
What's your language? All right. Now,
Why? You married somebody and gave her her
Yeah,
name.
she married him after I was
born.
born. She was already pregnant when she got with him. She was already pregnant when she got with him.
this is about their stuff, really. Okay. So what is this doing to you? Because
This is eating me up inside. You know what? I've been fine without a father this long. If he's my father, then fine. He can go
Do you
on
have
his
a
own.
relationship with Israel?
I did.
That's
I
not
love him.
related.
He made me, yes. I know he made me, and I love him, but I don't love the way he treats me and my mother or anybody.
I don't have nothing to do with your mother. I don't
What?
talk to your mother.
What
You
specific?
obviously
talk
write
to
it on
you on the
Facebook
phone.
about my mom.
What does she
You're
put on-
talking
What did she put? What does he put on Facebook about your
that my
mum?
mom's a whore and a tramp.
What happened between her mother and you should remain between her mother and you. Shouldn't be over Facebook like a couple of kids.
I don't talk to her mother. I don't talk to
No,
her.
but I hear what I'm saying. Why would you talk to a child about what a mother would or wouldn't
Yeah, what
do?
does it matter? You know what? She's a wonderful woman. She's stuck by my side. I'm like you.
Oh, by how many of them? Yeah.
You had another guy that she got married to a guy a month and a half after she was born.
Yeah, but that's nothing to do with her. That's a conversation that you two should have had privately.
There was no more conversation after that.
Well, then don't have it at all, but on Facebook. Because Facebook is Okay, let me come back to what happens. I don't know what the DNA test results are going to show, but what happens if let me take the negative first. I'm going to ask you, Tori, what if the DNA test comes back and says that he's not your dad?
If it's wrong, I want to see the picture of that they took him, that he actually gave a DNA swab.
I asked if they had to take his picture, if he had to show ID, because that's the only way it can come back negative.
He's sick in the head and would send somebody else.
This is what I got to deal with.
I hear what you've got to deal with. I sympathise, but yes, I still wonder why you say the things you say. Because being a parent or being the older person, you just don't stoop to that level.
That's right. I'm sorry. That's my bad for saying that.
Okay, and that's good of you to apologise. Can I ask you what happens if the DNA test comes back and says you are her dad? Anything going to change? What's going to change?
The relationship is so strange. Who knows what's going to happen after this?
It's not going to change because I thought you were my father since I was 12 years old and it hasn't changed since.
So, what about the DNA test results? Who wants to open those?
Can I read them, please? Can I please read them?
Yeah, I don't know what it says, so...
Okay.
Come sit next to your mum, then. Bring your chair closer to your mum. Okay.
You know what?
Okay. I don't know what it says in this, but will you make me a promise?
What?
Will you make me a promise not to get angry, not to get physical or do anything with this guy, because I don't want you to drop to any levels.
Oh,
I also want you, as a 21-year-old, to be responsible for you and not take on any weight from either your beloved mum or this guy, whether they're your parents or not.
Okay.
All right, sweetheart?
Okay.
So we're going to deal with this
Okay.
in here. All right, good girl. Let's open up. Okay?
Coming up, a DNA test could prove he's the dad. But can it make up for years of ugliness and spite?
Why are you doing this Facebook thing? Don't you just email
I blocked her
each
because
other?
of all the things that she says. I'm tired of it. So
You're
I
the
blocked her on
innocent one,
Facebook.
Jim.
And later,
Have you had sexual contact with anyone other than Dwayne since you got back together with him?
the truth is revealed.
I look just like you. Look at this.
Today on Trisha.
After 21 years of all the lies and all the deceit, I am here to find out if Tori is my daughter or not. I know when Tori's mom, Toni, got pregnant, I know she was sleeping with multiple men. But because she doesn't want to look like a whore, she is saying for certain that I am the father. Things have gotten so bad, I don't know if this relationship can be repaired if I am the father.
He told me to have an abortion, fall down the stairs. He wasn't going to raise her.
You don't know who the father is.
No. If he is not the father, he can bend over and I will kiss him.
Do you have doubts?
I have absolute doubts.
Why?
Because she was sleeping around with other men.
Oh my God.
She ended up marrying my roommate. Go like you are.
Really? Really? I look just like you. Look at this.
What are you so angry
I
about?
was 12 years old. He said I was his father. He was my dad. Why now am I not his daughter?
So, what about the DNA test results? Who wants to open those?
Can I read them, please? Can I please read them?
Yeah, I don't know what it says, so...
Okay.
Come sit next to your mum, then. Bring your chair closer to your mum. Okay.
You know what?
Okay. I don't know what it says in this, but will you make me a promise?
What?
Will you make me a promise not to get angry, not to get physical or do anything with this guy, because I don't want you to drop to any levels.
Oh,
I also want you, as a 21-year-old, to be responsible for you and not take on any weight from either your beloved mum or this guy, whether they're your parents or not.
Okay.
All right, sweetheart?
Okay.
So we're going to deal with this in
Okay.
here. All right, good girl. Let's open up. Okay?
The DNA results determined that James is Tori's father! Yeah! I'm your daughter! Yeah! Now kiss my feet! Kiss my feet! Then you're a deadbeat father! Deadbeat dad! Deadbeat dad! You can't change it. You can't change it. Now what are you going to do for me, Jim? What are you going to do for me?
What am I going to do?
Yes, because you've never done anything.
It might have been different if I was told the truth from the beginning.
Stop being a victim.
She was sleeping with different men.
It was me.
Why did she have to
Will you just swallow your pride and say you were wrong?
Because you were sleeping around.
Be careful.
Yeah, please, just a minute. What I call is one of the bravest things people can do is to take ownership for their actions. Okay, just listen for a minute, just for a minute. Just a minute, ladies. Okay, what I'm saying is everything that I'm hearing from you is it wasn't me, it's not my fault, it's this person's fault. She was doing this.
It's nobody's fault but my own.
Thank you. Thank you. We can't change the past. We can't change how other people think or what they do. All we can do is change who we are and how we are. So what are you going to change? You can't influence
I've tried
her.
to be in her life, but I've tried to be in her life, but I'm getting tired of being put down just as
Okay,
bad.
I hear what you're
you would have
saying,
been there when I was little.
do you want to be in her life or not? Because dipping in and out is going to mess with her head even worse.
I've been in her life
no,
since...
but now, I'm talking about the
You used to change your phone number and block me on Facebook and not talk to me for years.
Why are you doing this Facebook thing? Don't you just
I block
email
her
each
because
other?
of all the things that she says. I'm tired of it.
But you're the innocent one, Jim.
This is
Yeah,
why
I know.
This is why I stopped the phone calls and I changed my number
talk
because
about-
I'm getting
walk
tired.
away. Walk
you
away.
walk all
Just
over
say,
me.
put your hands up and say, you know what? Come
am
find
the
me when
deadbeat.
things change, but don't dip in and out. That's all I'm saying. And the same for you. Same for you. You've got to decide whether you want a father purely to be angry at, or you actually want to sit down and have a
She wants a father to act like a father.
Well, you're
That's what she
mum.
wants.
You have no room to talk.
What do you want to do? Are you the grown-up here, sweetheart?
I want him to be a grown-ass
he
man
won't.
and own up to his problems.
So knowing he's not going to change, what are you going to do?
He's not my father. Yes, that in DNA he is my father, but my mom raised me on her own. I'm with my mom, and he's not.
Okay, so that's who you need to. That's who you need to be with, sweetheart. Come on, come with your mum. You and your mum, if you've been such, you can have fallouts with your mum, but you can't go running to him. You can't.
I know.
You need to deal with your own poo. You hear what I'm saying? So there's mummy. You two be strong.
Right.
You two go off and be strong. You know what you need to know, and
Have a nice life.
That's what I have to deal
oh, Jim.
with. Maybe if she didn't sleep around, maybe things would be different.
God. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
I'm sorry for what I said to you. Nobody deserves that. Not at all. Not for what I said to you on Facebook. I am sorry for doing that. I'm not sorry for you being my daughter. I love you unconditionally, no matter what. No more lying, no more deceits, no more nothing. I want to be your father. I want to be in your life. I have less than a year to live. You know this.
I know that.
And I would love to want you to be in my life for as long as I got, because I don't got much longer to live.
I will give you that, but as soon as, Jim, you go off in the mouth, I'm done. I can't take it anymore.
Up next.
Can we grow up? Can we be 24 now? Can she be a woman, a wife that you married, that you made promises to? Death do us part.
You are the father. Get off my stage.
The truth is revealed.
I look just like you. Look at this.
Today on Trisha.
My wife is a cheater. She left me when she was 4 months pregnant for another guy and started her own family with him. Needless to say, she was a straight hoe. Once a cheater, always a cheater. And I know she slept with my family member. I found a used condom in my house. We don't even use condoms.
Why marry her 6 months ago?
I want to have a family.
Then why did you gonna treat her like the way you doing there? Why did you go sit there and call her a hoe? Why did you go sit there and call her a tramp? If she's everything to you, then.
So, that's why we have our polygraph examiner, Tim Acosta, here to help this couple uncover the truth on both sides. Okay. usual, I will only be given the questions that were asked of both of you. I can tell Tim what the answers were, and Tim's going to tell us whether you were telling the truth or not. So, let's... So, here are Christina's questions. So, Christina, here's what you were asked. Did the used condom in the hallway come from you having sex with someone? You said no. Tim, what did the lie detector show?
The lie detector determined she was telling the truth.
We asked Christina, have you had sexual contact with anyone other than Dwayne since you got back together with him? You said no. Tim, what did the lie detector show?
The lie detector determined she was being truthful.
No! You have a good girl there. You knew this from day one. Since she was 16 years old.
Nothing
You
wrong.
knew she was a good girl. She made one mistake in her life.
Dwayne, what do you want to say?
One mistake.
What do you want to say?
One
Man, I'm
mistake.
sorry, man, but at the same time,
Are you really sorry?
You really exposed that little hoishness to me, man. It wasn't really that.
But she was
Come on,
only
man.
18. Can we grow up? Can we be 24 now?
So should we find out what your lie detector says?
Oh,
Is there anything you want to admit to before we come to the lie detector test results?
When we first got back together, I kept my ex around. You know what I'm saying? But look, I told her, like, you know what I'm saying, I don't trust you.
Anyone else?
It ain't like an all-the-time thing. I just
How
go
many
outside and
times do you
have
think?
fun. You know
How
what
many
I'm saying?
times?
Quite a few times.
So let's see, Tim's nodding. So we asked, did you have sexual intercourse with the girl that you were texting? You said no. Tim, shock us.
He admitted to making out with her.
So you didn't go the whole way, but you went to what?
You went halfway with her.
I kissed the chick. That's about it.
After I had a baby, I just had a baby.
What did she do to you?
What was the point?
Hang on, just a minute.
Okay, you had a baby a month ago. When you had sex in 3 months.
It doesn't matter.
I was
I'm
pregnant.
walking around hot as can be. Really, the bottom line is,
You married
it's
her?
always the excuse with you.
Hey,
It's always
ain't
the
no
excuse.
Just a minute, just a minute. I would love for men to get pregnant and see how sexy they felt. All right. We asked, did you have sexual intercourse with the girl that you were caught in bed with? And I think, you know, you said no, Tim.
Dwayne admitted to receiving oral sex from her that day,
Yeah.
but he did admit to having sex with her.
Yeah. And you said that.
And you
said
told
that.
me you didn't sleep with
Sex
her.
with her that day.
You know,
You
another
said you
day.
didn't sleep with her though. But
No,
you kept telling me you didn't sleep
It
with
was
her.
kind of the Bill
So
Clinton
you ain't
thing, I
sleep with her
think.
that day.
Did you have sexual contact with any other women within the last year? You said no. Tim?
Dwayne admitted to having sex with, he believes, 5 women.
Yeah. In the last year?
He says that he had sex at a bachelor party.
6 months ago.
I had to actually
months ago,
reword
Dwayne.
the
Really?
question
Are you
and ask
serious?
him. I had to reword the question, Trisha, and ask him another question to take into consideration what he admitted to.
Right.
So I reworded the question to, did you have sexual contact with more than the 5 women you admitted to? His answer was no, and it was truthful.
Oh, so 5 women.
So you cheated on me with 5 women in less than a year. And we just got married 6 months
So
ago.
let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. So she went off, since you met her, she went off with one guy when she was still a teenager. Since then, you have been with numerous women. So who's the hoe in all of this?
Numerous women. I mean, look. I'm running like a bad guy right now.
What do you want to...
Right.
Just a minute. I'm telling you now, you really have an opportunity, and I think you said at the beginning with all of America watching, you have an opportunity to make some pledges, make some promises, and stick to them. You switch. What do you want to say? Do you want to be with him?
No.
You don't? Because of all those women? And because of how you've been treated?
Right, I've been called hoes, sluts, I'm doing this and that. But really, he the one doing it.
Are you saying that you only want to be friends for the sake of the children?
Yes.
Is that something you can live with?
Yeah, I can live with that.
He don't care.
100.
Do you want to be with her?
Yes, I want to be with her.
I moved on Wednesday, I'm not moving back.
So which door do you go through, with him or that door?
That door.
Good luck. is revealed.
I look just like you. Look at this.
Today on Trisha.
Okay, so sometimes everything is not as it seems. That's where Tim Acosta comes in, and that's where the truth comes in. So be ready for it.